Hey guys, today I'm going to be starting the video with filling all the things. Something else that I want to talk about is I noticed last night when I was editing, that for probably about 5 days, I've been counting the eat at home days wrong. Somehow I had 86 on there twice, which means we're on day 92 today instead of day 91. And Jeff and I were discussing it. I want to go to at least 100. But we may go further. I don't know. Because whenever I asked him how far he wanted to go, he said, I don't know, it's up to you. And I'm like, well, I want to go to 100. But then he had this little smile he has. Like, I think we can get better than that, or I think we can do better, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I think we can do more than that. And the only reason I'm even contemplating going out to eat is because he wants seafood. I'm not that great with seafood. I mean, yeah, I can cook some shrimp tacos and things like that, but I can't do other things. Plus, with what he gets, every time we've ever priced it out, it was cheaper to go somewhere. But I don't know. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about is, like, he wants seafood. He works a lot, like 40, 50 hours a week or more. He deserves it, you know? He has gone along with my crazy little things, my little challenges for a long time, which he enjoys them too. But this one is one that it's longer than any other, which it helps that he likes my cooking. But I don't know how to do seafood. I mean, I could learn, but I've never really tried much. I can fry shrimp, I can grill shrimp, I can do stuff like that, but I don't know. Anyway, who knows? We may just decide to go to the grocery store, buy the things we need, and try to make a seafood feast here at home for him and Noah. I'm not that big into seafood. Don't beat me up if you are. But, yeah. We're on day 92. That's pretty cool. I can't believe it. Anyways, I'm going to start the day with filling all the things. But there are 2 things that I usually do every day that I will not be doing today. One of them is emptying the dishwasher because we had leftovers and we don't have that many dishes in there. So I didn't wash the dishes. What is happening? I don't know. The sink is empty. I will wash the dishes at some point today, but I don't need to right now. The other thing is I won't be doing anything with the laundry because we have no clothes dirty. So that's great. So I won't be doing that today. So you don't have to see that. We did clear out quite a bit of our leftovers here. Like half of it is gone. There's some pasta bake and a little bit of those cheesy potatoes. They weren't au gratin potatoes, which scalloped are the ones without cheese. Au gratin are the ones with cheese. I think that's right. It might be the opposite way. I never had them as a child, so I could be wrong. But anyway, these said 3 cheese potatoes, so anywho's, they're loaded, they're different, they have more cheese in them now. So, we have a little bit of that. That's where I was going with that. So today we're filling all the things. I'm going to fill up all my medicine and vitamins. And I'm going to fill up the coffee. What else do I need to fill up? Jeff will fill up that. I need to fill up the salt and pepper. That's about it. Maybe I'll fill up the seasoned salt. But otherwise, I don't have much else to fill up. Also, last night, with leftover night, I had a little bit of that steak. And you could really taste this on it. It's pretty good stuff. It's low sodium, 0 calories. I don't know, like, this is what it says. It says it has dehydrated garlic and onion. Spices. I don't know what spices there are, and that bothers me because what if someone's allergic to some of those spices? They wouldn't buy this. So it's pretty dumb marketing, if you want my opinion. I think it should say everything because it doesn't have any bad stuff in it. And spices is not like whenever you see natural flavors. Natural flavors means there's some kind of like chemically modified thing, from what I understand. Spices just means it's a different mixture of spices. Sea salt, mustard seed, lemon peel, and orange peel. I want to know what the spices are. What was that? I don't know. I thought it was a spider. I don't think it was. But anyway, it is good. And oh my goodness, it was nothing. It was the spices falling on the inside. Because it just happened again. This is good stuff. Now, it was like almost $13 for this. Which really isn't bad because there's a lot in there. There's like 20 ounces. But they have it at Walmart for like $6. For the smaller thing, it's probably about this size. If you don't like spices, don't buy this unless you want to try a smaller size first or something. Maybe if you go on the website, maybe they can send you a sample. That would be awesome if websites did that. I mean, one sample to an address. I wouldn't want to do, you know, more than that. But anyway, so this is the original chicken recipe that started it all. Bone in, skin on chicken thighs. Bake at 350 degrees for 1.5 hours. Sprinkle generously. Scan for more recipes. Oh, it's made in Kentucky. Kentucky proud. Louisville, Kentucky. That's cool. So, hey, maybe like Tony. I don't know how far she is from Louisville. I don't know exactly where she lives, from Chaotic Country. And there's several more ladies that live in Kentucky. I want to say that, why did her name just leave my head? Southern Wife, Everyday Life. Tamara. I think she lives in Kentucky because she moved there. That's where she's from. But anyways, there's several ladies live in Kentucky that I watch. But there's that. Okay, let's stop talking about the seasoning and let's start doing the vitamins because I need to. Okay, so this is a complete different setup than you have ever seen. And the reason why I told you all that I was changing how I take my medicine and vitamins, one reason why is because I found out that for years I have been taking, well, a few years, I've been taking my levothyroxine wrong. It still works. My levels are all still really good. But I would rather give it the best chance and take it the way it's supposed to be instead of doing something the incorrect way and it not working as well as it should. So the thing I'm doing wrong is I have been taking my blood pressure medicine at the same time as my thyroid medication. So I've come up with a schedule. I also need to have a schedule because with my thyroid medication, I cannot eat for like 2 hours before, 2 hours after. With my insulin resistance medicine, I have to eat. I don't have a choice. I have to eat. So everything else is pretty much I can do however I want. But with those two things, there are rules. Like with my blood pressure medicine, I can do it however I want. And something I noticed, my doctor didn't give me any refills for that. My blood pressure has been pretty good lately. So maybe he is thinking I won't need it anymore soon. So I have just a couple refills left of that. So we'll see about that one. But I got myself a new schedule for everything, and I went and bought this. Now, this is not marked the way I would like for it to be marked. I would rather it not say morning, noon, evening, bedtime, because that's not the times I'm going to be taking them. I mean, yeah, it's going to be morning, but it's not going to be noon. It's going to be like 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So this is a.m., p.m., a.m., p.m. No, that's not right. a.m., p.m. That's the way it goes. But, yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is kind of walk through it with you and tell you what I'm doing. But I'm going to start with this one. This is my levothyroxine. And it's going to be the only thing I take at 6 a.m. So that means I'm going to be waking up earlier to take it. That does not mean I won't go back to sleep. And I know some of you probably get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't. My husband's schedule is so crazy that I can't, because I try to stay on a schedule that works with his. Alright, so that's all I'm going to put in that one, and that one's done. And I will put both of those things back in. Actually, I'm going to put this wherever I put everything else, because I'm going to find somewhere else to put all this medicine stuff. So, now I'm going to go on to the next one, which will be my blood pressure medication, which I have in 2 locations, because I was taking one with my levothyroxine and one with my vitamins. That's changing. So I'm going to put all of these that are left, which is, actually, I'm just going to put them in here. Why put them in the bottle? I don't know. That would be crazy. I'm going to put these in here, and I have already noticed that the way this one refills, I don't like having to reach in there. So I'm going to take that. And I have done a little bit of research, and the way that I'm changing this is okay. So let's get that. I might have to get some more of that, I think. Well, I'm going to add my krill oil to my, when I take this. I take this for cardiovascular things. My doctor told me to take fish oil, and I've told y'all about this several times, but he told me to take fish oil. I asked him if this was okay, because it does not cause you to have the gross fishy burps. It has vanilla in it, so he said this was just fine. So I'm going to put that with that, and that's all I'm going to have in that one. I do like how this one, you just pop it open like that, but I don't like that doesn't open all the way. That one does better. Maybe I just need to have one open at a time, and then I can open it better. Yeah, that's smart. Okay, I'll just leave that like that right now, because that'll be my next one. So for this one, I'm going to put in my insulin resistance medicine and my fiber, because I can take those 2 things at the same time. Whenever I eat breakfast, I take this. And my doctor told me to take fiber, that I need to have plenty of fiber in my diet, because of, well, because we all need it, but also so that, because, how am I supposed to say this? I don't know how to say it. I haven't had any issues, like bowel issues. This is getting to be TMI, but y'all know I talk to y'all about everything. I haven't had any issues with anything, but to make sure I don't, my gynecologist wants me to take fiber because of my uterine prolapse. There, okay, that's how I say it. I don't know how to say it otherwise. Alright, so I'm still going to be putting another metformin in. But now I'm going to just do the rest of my vitamins. I take lysine because it is good for your skin, immune function, and also for collagen synthesis. Now, I was thinking I wouldn't have enough, but I do. And I have 2 more in there. I think this came out of there. Can you close, please? And thank you. Iron because I'm deficient. I don't think he checked my iron this last time. I'm going to specifically ask him to when I go back in for him, well, 6 months after I started taking this one, the insulin resistance medicine. This is Super K, which is K1 and 2. It's good for your bones. I was told to take it after my spine surgery. This is methylfolate. I was told to take folic acid, and this actually has folic acid and B12 in it. So, or it's methylated. Methylated thing, methylated folate, it absorbs better than regular folic acid. That's what my doctor said anyway. This is magnesium. I take it for, like, I take these at night, and magnesium helps calm me, I believe. That's what it seems to do. And it's also good for, like, well, it says muscle relaxation and sleep support. I never even paid attention to that. But it's for something else too, but I don't know what. But actually, I'm supposed to take 2 a day, but I only take 1, so I'm only taking 50 milligrams. I wonder if I should take more. But this is chelated as well. Or, that's chelated. There's something else that's chelated. What was it? This is folated, or whatever. No. Methylated. All these words. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This one is vitamin D3 because I'm deficient. Stop being so deficient. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get these things apart or out or whatever. I mean, I don't know. And this is vitamin C. It's good for your immune system, and it's just good for lots of things, I guess. But my doctor had told me to take it with my iron, but then some people say you don't have to. Or some studies say that. I'm trying to make sure all these are closed when I'm just popped there. So I must not have had them all closed. Okay, so put all these back in here. Like the crazy drug lady or something. They're not all drugs. There are a couple there. I wonder if I can, okay, we'll worry about that later. Now I'm going to put in my last one, which is my metformin. Now, only 3 of these are prescriptions, y'all. It looks like I take a lot of things, but I do take a lot of supplements for different reasons. And I know that I should be getting these things from my food, but I don't think I get enough from my food. Alright, so there's that. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this thing to store it. It's crazy. Anyway, I have to figure out something with this. I know where this goes. But now that I'm putting my levothyroxine and my fiber and this over here with this, I have to figure out something else. Which this one should fit. Yeah, it fits just fine. It's the other 2 that's going to be the... I'll figure it out. I'll put them with that. Okay, it'll be fine. Anyway, there's my vitamins and medicine refilled for the week. It seems like a lot, and it's several. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna actually set up timers. Actually, let me go ahead and just keep that and set timers on my phone. It is a lot, isn't it? I mean, it's not as much as I have taken. And like I said last week, I have stopped taking the ashwagandha for now. I have not taken it, let's see, Friday, Saturday, today will be the 3rd day. I don't feel any different, but that's probably not enough time. I don't know if it's going to change anything. I'm hoping I don't have to take it, but we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing, which is probably coffee. Okay, so I still have 4 in here. I don't know how, because I haven't missed any days. I don't know how I did that, but I did fill up every single one this last time. Whereas before, at different times, I didn't have all of them. But since that is the same coffee that's in here right now, I'm not going to take those 4 out. I'm just going to fill these up. Something else I also take every morning when I have my coffee is my collagen. I take that after I have my levothyroxine. And I take my levothyroxine with water. That's something else. You should always take your thyroid medication with water. You should always drink water before you drink any kind of caffeinated thing, because while you're sleeping, you are dehydrating. I don't know if y'all know that. I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. I didn't know that for years. I did not know that you dehydrated while you were sleeping. But it's logical. I mean, you're not drinking anything most of the time. You might wake up and drink a sip of water or something, but you're not actually really rehydrating your body very much. But yeah, that's why whenever you wake up, you're so thirsty. Sometimes you have a headache. But also, I'd like to say, I am not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice. Do your own research. Ask your doctor. These are things that I have found out from my research and from asking my doctor. But yeah, I mean, I can give you the advice of drinking water. That's not bad. Unless you're allergic to water, then don't do it. But then you're in tough shape. I don't know what you would do, because you're mostly water anyway. But anyway, now I'm getting on a Weirdville, which is normal for me. Anyway, drink water before you drink anything else. That's my whole point. Drink lots of water. At least 8 to 16 ounces before you drink anything else. And that way, you'll start off being hydrated, because caffeine dehydrates you. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. Not a long time ago. I know now. But I used to not know that. Alright, so now I'm going to fill up these 3. I have 2 more. One of them is wet from where I had washed it this morning, and the other one is actually still in the Keurig from where I used it this morning. But now my coffee will be filled for a couple weeks. Unless I go wild and drink a bunch each day, but I don't normally do that. Now I can put this in. Okay guys, I'm about to get ready to make this incredibly moist and easy carrot cake. And again, I don't have who it came from, at least not on this page. Let's see, is it on the back page? InspiredTaste.net. I will link it down below. But yeah, it's by Inspired Taste. The recipe inspired and adapted from Smitten Kitchen's recipe for carrot cake cupcake. So this is a recipe that someone took and changed and made it their own. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to get started. I am going to be changing it and making it my own as well. I'm not going to put the raisins in it because we don't like raisins in our carrot cake. So we're not doing that part. The first thing, well, I've already done some things. I've gotten some things out. I've got my carrots peeled and the ends cut off. And I rinsed my food processor. Actually, I ended up pretty much washing it because it was dusty from sitting in the pantry. So, got this, because we'll need that. And I'm gonna plug it up. Be a good idea, right? Plug it up. I'm gonna get, hopefully I got everything out. If I didn't, you know, I'll grab it. It'll be fine. So I'm gonna, why did I put that on? I'm gonna grate the carrots. Now it says that they prefer to hand grate. But you can use a food processor or buy the kind that are already like done at the store. I'm not gonna sit here and grate a bunch of carrots today since I have this. I'm just not. And that's okay too. If you want to hand grate, that's fine. That's great. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Let's see. Get in there. This machine will not work. Oh, I hate that noise. I hate it when things do that. Don't do that. This machine will not work without this part. If you don't have this part to push this little gadget down, this right here, y'all can't see it. Let me see if I can twist it. If this isn't in there to push this down, I don't know if you can see it going down, but it pushes it down. It will not work. Like, I can push these buttons all day and nothing will happen. I love that about it. Every other one I ever had, it was once you put this on. This one, you had to twist it and all that stuff. This one, you just sit it on. Anyway, let's stop talking about it. I like it, okay? I'm going to shred these up. And then I think I'll come back. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that I may not have enough carrot here. Because I'm supposed to have, this still did not do. Okay. You know what? That's just going to be a snack. It'll be alright. That'll just be a snack. It's supposed to be 3 cups, and I don't think that's going to make it. So let me grab a measuring cup. This is a 4-cup measure, so we'll see if it's going to be 3 cups or not. Quit dropping it out everywhere. Oh, it is. Okay, okay. I mean, it's just barely shy of it. Those would have done. Might have been all right. But yeah, it's close enough to 3 cups. It's right at it. It's close enough. Close enough. I'm gonna move this out of the way. See if no one wants that. And I'm gonna move this over. I was gonna use that bowl for something, well, for cracking the eggs, but since I have decided to throw those others in there, I won't worry about it. I'll just grab another little bowl. Alright, now that I have those shredded, and that's, like I said, close enough for me, I'm going to go ahead and get this out. What do I do? Oh, there it is. I was like, what do I do with my spatula? I didn't know what I did with this. So let's go ahead and get this going. So I need all-purpose flour. And I'm hoping that I have enough in here. I have to get Jeff or Noah to get my thing to fill this up. I think I'll have enough. It looks like I will. Yeah, I've got plenty of this anyway. Alright. I'll put this on the table for filling it up. Okay, so I got the flour in there. Stop it. And I need to get the baking soda, salt, and cinnamon in here. Baking soda. Not powder, baking soda. Cinnamon. I need, okay. Pretty good bit of cinnamon. Well, it's a good sized cake, I think. Oh. Okay. Cinnamon, and then it says sea salt, fine sea salt. So I pulled out my fine sea salt. And I saw where that someone had done an Instagram thing that, you know, I was today years old when I learned kind of thing. Where that someone had pulled out that little piece of cardboard there and closed it up and then sprinkled. If you don't have that cardboard there, your salt is open. That's not what it's made for. The cardboard is made to cover that. But whatever, let people think that they've learned something if they want to. Maybe that is what it's for, but I don't really think so. So, I could be wrong. I've been wrong about things before. I'm not ashamed to say I have. Alright, so I'm going to mix these together. Alright, so then I need to get another bowl. Why didn't I get another bowl already? Because I wasn't thinking. I really hope my hair didn't go in that bowl. I don't think it could have went in that bowl. Let's pretend it didn't if it did. Y'all don't tell me if it did. I'll see it in the editing phase anyways. Alright, so I'm going to put the oil, sugar, and vanilla in here. So, I need, wow, okay. This thing uses a lot of sugar. You know what? I'm not going to, yes I am. I'm going to do it this way. That was just a little bit shy, but I don't care. And then this sugar. Also, my oven is preheating to 350. Trying to open the way through the others. Alright, does it say this is supposed to be packed or loose? Lightly packed brown sugar. Well, we're preheated. So lightly packed, I would say that's about it. And as I've said before, this is light and dark brown sugar mixed together because we don't mind. And brown sugar is nothing more than plain white refined sugar with molasses. So if you have sugar and molasses in your home, you can make it yourself. I could make it myself, but I buy it. Alright, and then the vanilla. I did say I have never made this, correct? I did say that, didn't I? I'm gonna mix this. Oh, oil. I was like, that's not enough of something. We need, how much oil? Whoa, okay. It says canola or other vegetable oil. I'm using avocado. It looks like I don't need 2 of the utensils I took out. that was a cup and a quarter. Get that oil out of there. Okay. I'm going to move these two because I haven't used them and I don't want to get them messy. I took them out for just in case. And yes, I'm mixing with my measuring spoon because why not? It works. I said it works, but it won't let me have the rest of that out of there. I'll get it out. Okay, so now I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. Oh, I'm supposed to whisk it now. Okay. Can I please have all of the oil and sugars? It would be greatly appreciated. Okay. So today you're actually getting 3 recipes that we've never tried before. One of them is cake, which I'm making now. The other one is the Salisbury steak, which I'll be making in a little while. Oh, I need somewhere to put this. I have nowhere. And the other one is because the Salisbury steak calls for a beefy French onion. I think it's French onion. A beefy onion soup mix anyway. And I didn't want to go buy one. I found a recipe for it. And I have everything on hand to make it with. And I just don't see a point in me going and buying a packet when I can make my own. The packet will probably have things in it that I don't want anyway, so I'm just going to make my own. And I won't know the difference. I've never had it before. I don't think it's going to be any better. I really wish that the garbage can was not right there at the washing machine, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't hit it all the time. I try not to hit it. I do try to compost a lot of things, but our compost bin is broken and Jeff hasn't had time to build a new one, and I just haven't been composting like I used to. I could just do a pile out there, but then the rats get in them. Because cities have rats, like ginormous rats. You would attract those things. And I'm not saying that a bin stops the rat situation, but the kind we're wanting to do should keep rats out. The last one didn't, but this one's going to be different, I hope. I don't know. Okay, so now that I've got these done, I'm going to switch to a spatula, scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl, then add the dry ingredients in 3 parts, gently stirring until they disappear and the batter is smooth. Oh boy, I should have done it the opposite way. I knew that. My brain told me that whenever I pulled this one out. I don't know what to do now. I have a choice. I can either try to put this in there, or I'm just going to put it in here. Alright, it said, now what did it say again? Gently stir until they disappear into the batter. Okay. Do a little bit more of a fold type situation, because with a smaller bowl I'll probably get messy, and the last bit I'm probably just going to pour into that one just so I don't get messy. But I have to add the carrots and the pecans as well. I also don't want to over mix, because over mixing a cake will make it tough. Then I'll just put this into that once I get this mixed in. And I think I said, I don't know, I probably did, I've never made a carrot cake before. There I go, closing the dishwasher. I leaned against it. I can't speak. I find it more difficult to use a small bowl. And the reason why is because I know I'm a little bit messy. Alright, I'm going to put this in here just to make it easier for me. Which I've told y'all that before. I'm a messy baker. Oh look, it's disappeared under the batter. At this point, you just have a cinnamon cake. Now I'm gonna mix that together, and I can be as comfortable as I want, you know, mixing it. Okay, so my camera quit because it was at 24 minutes, but y'all didn't miss anything because I heard it beep. I thought, wait a minute, I just changed that battery before I got started. It wasn't the battery. I still haven't figured out how to make it last longer than 24 minutes, because quite honestly, I have not tried. But you know, I thought that it did last longer than that at one point. I don't know, I could be wrong. Okay, so now I need to add in the carrots. I need all of you carrots. And the pecans, if you don't like pecans, don't put them in. We love pecans. These are supposed to be roughly or coarsely chopped. These are already chopped. Came from Aldi, I want to say. And like I told y'all, they hang out in my freezer. So I didn't cut the hole big enough. Hang out right there. Trying to be more efficient and didn't cut the hole big enough. I don't love the way that one looks. No, can't have you. We don't want you. You're rejected. so terrible to reject the pecans. It's so not nice. Might make them cry. Y'all, I'm in a weird mood. Okay, so I want to keep this because I want to measure out into the 2 pans. So I'm going to sit it there. But I'm just going to gently fold this in, kind of. Well, not too gently, am I? Just kind of get it all in there. I don't have to fold it. What am I saying? It doesn't say to fold it, does it? No, it just says stir it in. Okay. I think they're mixed. So, I'm going to grab, I'll need this again. But, the next time I need that, I'm going to toast them a little bit. Well, I'm going to toast them before I need them. Because I'm going to be making an icing. And the recipe comes with an icing. So I'm going to grab my pans. And no, they are not dry. Because they were under the cabinet and I rarely ever use them. And so I just washed them real quick just to make sure there was no dust or anything. And I'm tempted to try a little trick with the butter. I'm going to try it, I think, with one of them. But I'm not going to do it. But I'm not going to do the trick with the butter with both of them. I'm just going to do it with one of them. I'm going to put it in the bottom like that. Which honestly, that's not going to cover the whole thing. I'm going to rub it down some. Is there any butter on you? No. I have not used that. But there's no butter on that one. This one doesn't seem to have any either. Okay. Have I just done too well of a job? Great, okay. There's nothing coming off of those. I've done too good with getting all the butter off with some of them. Not with this one. So this one should help the whole situation. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. No, you still can't see. There we go. I'm just going to butter this. With my freezer wrappers, thanks to Stephanie from Still Single Stephanie. I wonder what she's going to do whenever she is not single anymore. What should we do with her name? We don't know who she'll be anymore. Not single Stephanie. Okay, quit being a goofball. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here. This came from an Instagram thing, though. This part did. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm really nervous. And then I'm going to use, for the other one, I'm going to use my Baker's Joy. I'm wondering if I need to do the edges of that one with the Baker's Joy. They're greasy. I don't know. Nervous? Okay. Let's go ahead and start measuring this out. And I'm going to try to get the same amount in both of them. It may not be perfect. That just feels so weird to me. Putting that in there like that. Feels so strange. Ooh, almost made a mess. Ooh, I did almost. See, that's where I get the messy baker from. It would have fell into the pan anyway, so that would have been good. Okay, so now that I've got most of it out of the bowl, I'm going to put this spoon away. And I'm going to try to get the rest of it out and put it in one or both of them. I don't know. I'll try to make them as even as I can. You know, I'm very leery about trying these TikTok hacks, which I don't have TikTok, but, you know, people will put them on Instagram. But these little hacks, they'll put them on YouTube too. Because I know for a fact that I have seen some that are bad, that they are not good advice at all. Like boiling your wooden utensils, that will ruin your wood. It says not to let them soak in water. Why in the world would you boil them? To make them bad? Ruin them? I wouldn't do it. In fact, there are people who are like disproving her method of doing that. But yeah, anyway, we're not going to talk about that because I don't even know who the woman was. And y'all might ask. But if you just look it up, you'll probably figure it out. Alright, so I divided it. Now I'm going to flip my page. Now I've got to bake it until the top of the cake layers are springy when touched, and when a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. 35 to 45 minutes. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I can't say I never. I rarely ever put a toothpick into my cakes. I can just tell once they're done by the way they feel. So I'm going to put them in the oven. I'm going to start at 35 minutes and check them. And if they are done, we'll take them out. If they are not, of course we'll leave them in. But I'm going to clean up my mess. I still have that carrot in the floor. Not anymore. And I'll be back. Okay, so it's been almost 40 minutes. We've got a few more seconds left. And I think that they're ready, but I'm going to give them the last few seconds, you know, give them the whole time. And it says to cool them for 15 minutes in the pan. So that's what I'm going to do. They still have a little bit of a divot on the inside, on the middle. So I don't know why it does that, but this is the one that had the what do you call it? I don't know. The butter paper under it, and this is the one that didn't. It's not as pretty. I think I will check them with a toothpick. I don't normally, but this is a new recipe. They're supposed to be moist though. Oh no, that looked good. I'm still, you know, okay with things. I was right. Alright, I'm going to let them cool for 15 minutes and then I'll flip them out, but I'll show y'all that part. And I'll be back at that point. Okay, so it has been 15 minutes and I'm going to move this one. Just so I can try to flip this one out. Now this is the one that had the Baker's Joy. Perfect. I'm going to put it this way, I guess. Alright, and this is the one with the butter and the other thing and the... Oh no. Okay. I'll run my knife around, which is kind of loose from the sides. Yeah, no, I won't do this again. Oh no, I'm going to let it sit here and let gravity have fun. Come out, cake. Okay, I have an offset spatula somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. Like, right off, because my brain is going, oh no, oh there it is. My brain is saying, no, no, don't be stuck. Okay. I was going to try to get it under there. Oh, it seems to come up now. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe it needed a little coat. Oh, 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 that's nice. Okay, okay, okay. Now, I have to get this off, which is not a big deal. Remember, this is just like parchment paper. But it's buttery parchment paper. It's very buttery. Okay. And this cake did have oil in it. It smells so good. Okay, I'm going to let it cool completely because you have to let it cool completely. And while it's cooling, I'm going to wash these pans and everything. And, yeah, I would do that again. I was scared at first because it's prettier than this one on the top, which it won't matter once I do the icing, but it's cheaper too. If I don't have to buy Baker's Joy, I mean, that will be joyful. All right, I gotta get the camera off now without touching it with greasy hands, which is not gonna happen. I'll do it with my knuckle maybe. I'll be back. Okay guys, it is time to start the icing, and I've got everything I need. Need cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar or confection sugar, icing sugar, whatever you want to call it. My mixer, my measuring utensils, and some pecans that I roasted a little bit, toasted, whatever you want to call it. Just that's not called for. Good grief, they really want you to have, you know, not be able to get into this. It's not called for, but I wanted to do it because I just like the flavor better, and these are not going to be cooked in the cake or anything like that, so I just chose to do it. Now, it would have been just fine with regular old pecans, no problems at all, but I just like the flavor of the ones that are roasted a little bit. So let me make sure I'm doing this properly. So I'm going to put the cream cheese in here. Yep, that's right. So let me get one thing I didn't get. Silicone spatula. Can you come out? No? And y'all probably hear the dishwasher. I might have said that already, but it's still going. It has a long cycle, like 2 hours or something. It lasts a very long time. That's why I usually do it at night, but it got full because of, you know, me not using it last night, or not running it last night because there wasn't enough, and then me baking the cake. It's full now. It's ready to be, you know, run, or whatever you want to call it. This is not a basic, I'm just going to set that here, cream cheese icing, because it has the heavy whipping cream in it, but it's supposed to be really good. Now, there's something I didn't think about. I don't know if this has got to be refrigerated, and this is not going to fit in my big old bowl thing if it does. Oh boy. I don't know if this is supposed to be refrigerated after making it, since this icing is on it. It doesn't say, but it says to leave the sides of the cake unfrosted. I may or may not do that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna whip this up. It says to whip it for like a minute till it's like soft, which is pretty soft anyway. It's gonna drive me nuts until I get that little bit off there. Well, it's actually a lot of bit, or it wouldn't have bothered me. A little bit doesn't bother me, but that was quite a bit. Alright, it says until creamy. That's creamy. I don't see any point in going any further. So now I'm supposed to mix in the powdered sugar in 1/4 cup increments. So, oh my goodness, these things are so tight. There we go. I'm glad I got that off. Sometimes I have to have Jeff's help. Alright, so let me make sure how much I'm supposed to have before I start doing this. So I would need 5. Okay. So start doing this, and hopefully I won't mess up. Here's the first one. I'm going to mix it in, and then I'm going to go on to the next one. Number 2. Number 3. So 2 more after that. Alright. 4. I'm going to go ahead and do the last one, but I'm not going to put it in. I'm just going to get it out of there. What am I doing? I just put it in there. It'd be easier to put it in the shorter one. That way I can close that up. I don't like things being open. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Oh, made a mess. A little bit. I'm sweeping the mess. Alright. Go ahead and put this one in. That's nice and creamy. Looks good. It smells good. And now I'm going to put in the heavy whipping cream. Let's hope I have enough, because there's not a lot left in here. Oh my goodness. There's just enough. I think there's a tiny bit left in there, which I will just pour into my coffee creamer in the morning when I make new. But yeah, just, oh, that's good. Just enough. And yes, I'm going to get all the goodness out. All that I can anyways. Oh, I better put the lid back on. There is a tiny bit left. Not much. And like I said, I'll put that in my coffee creamer. So now, how much does it say to mix it? It says to pour in the whipping cream, beat on medium speed 2 to 3 minutes, or until frosting is whipped and creamy. This frosting resembles the texture of whipped cream. Chill covered until ready to frost the cake. Oh, well, I'm ready to frost the cake. When the cake layers are completely cool, frost the top of one layer cake layer, I'm saying it backwards, and place the second layer on top. Add the remaining frosting on the top of the carrot cake, and use a butter knife or small spatula to swirl the frosting around. Leave the sides of the cake unfrosted. Finish with a handful of nuts on top. Okay, so am I supposed to put the nuts, any of them, in the cake or in the frosting? Because it doesn't say that. But I thought it looked like it did. I thought it looked like it had it on the picture. No, it does not. Okay. So I'm going to just whip this up. That's about medium on my mixer anyway. Yeah, that's more medium, I think. I don't know. Seems pretty high to me. Let's move it back down. Very smooth and creamy though. Looks really nice. But I would think with this kind of icing you would need to refrigerate this cake. So I may have to rethink how I'm gonna store it. I may have to store it, oh, if I store it in the outside refrigerator, people will forget it. Then I will cry. Not really, but I would be upset if it was wasted. I'll have to see what I can do. But it doesn't say how to store it. Oh, you can use a bundt pan too. It says you can also add a little vanilla flavoring to this, but I'm not going to. Oh, that's a frosting substitute. Never mind. Never mind, forget that. I'm not doing that. It does not say how to store it. But I think that's about it, because I don't think it's going to do any more. Noah! Oh, that is so smooth.
Yeah.
You want to lick the beater? Or beaters? What say you, sir? Huh?
Tastes good. Is it lemon?
No, it's not lemon. It's cream cheese. It's cream cheese frosting. It's whipped cream cheese frosting, I guess is what it would be called. It's got whipped cream in it. Not whipped cream. Sorry, it's got heavy whipping cream. Whipped cream and heavy whipping cream are two total different things. Okay, so I'm going to put this on my fancy schmancy makeshift cake plate because I don't have a cake plate that seals. I do have a very fancy cake plate, but it's one of the glass ones. And if I was taking this to like some sort of church function or something like that, I would probably want to put it, you know, on something like that. But this is just for the house, and I want it to be sealed. So I'm just going to put it on here. And also, because of the way that this lid is, it will just spin like that for me. Another thing that I didn't tell you is this is a bowl. It's one of those Sterilite bowls you get from Walmart for, it's just a big bowl. I've shown y'all before. Okay, it does not say to do it, but I'm going to put a few of these on the inside. Just because I think it'll be good. Alright. Put this one on top. I'll wash my hands because I did just lick that off my hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll have to ask, refrigerate this if you have to refrigerate the icing before you actually, you know, frost it or whatever. Y'all, I'm using all of this. I'm not gonna just try to do the top. I'm just gonna let it go down and do whatever. I don't know what else to do with the icing, and there's a lot of it. So I'm doing the whole thing. The whole thing was done on the picture, I want to say. I mean, it's not going to be thickly iced. That's all right. We don't mind that. I could have put like some wax. Has it been 20-something minutes again? I could have put, see, the sides of that is iced. You can't see it on here, but the sides of that one is iced. Anyway, I could have put wax paper under the edge of this and pulled it out of there just to like make sure that there's no icing on the bottom. But again, this is just for home. We don't care. We just don't care. But you could make it look real fancy if you wanted to. This is good icing though. That little bit that I just tasted is some good stuff. It ought to be. It's got some good stuff in it. Okay. We'll go all the way around again just to make sure that everywhere is kind of done. It's not going to be thick though, like I said. But we don't want it thick. I think I've got it leaning a little bit. Yeah, it was going a little bit to the side. Okay. Okay. I'll just have to have that for a stack. Now I'm just gonna sprinkle this on. I was just gonna put them on the top, but look like they want to go on the sides too. Dropped a couple of them. Get up there. And that's good enough. Alright, there we go. Carrot cake. First one I ever made. And I did it with y'all. So, I don't know when we're going to try it. I might get Noah to try it in a minute, but he won't be on camera. But I'll taste it too whenever he does, if he wants to taste it now. Okay, so it is time to start supper because this has got to cook for an hour and a half. But before I can actually do the Salisbury steak with potatoes, I need to make the Copycat Lipton Dry Beefy Onion Soup Mix. That's a lot of words. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and I actually even have the brand that they call for. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm putting in, but not the exact measurements. This came from donutstocrumpets.com. I will link it down below as always. So I'm going to put in the beef bouillon, and I'm going to make it exactly like it says because we've never done it before. And this right here recipe, I'm not going to be using all of this for today's recipe. I just didn't feel like trying to come up with, you know, what it should be for whatever and breaking it down and all that stuff. Oh, I need a half cup. Oh, sorry, I told y'all part of it. Let me go get the big thing because it's just not, nope, I'll be back. You know, I could have used a cup measure, or like, let's see, how many? Let's see, a 1/16 of a cup is 1 tablespoon. So I could have used this for that. Why didn't they do that? That's just ridiculous. I should just, I don't know. Anyway, I was wondering how this was going to be oniony with a little bit of onion that I thought was supposed to go in it. Now I know. Now I know. Yeah, but that was ridiculous the way that was. Alright, parsley. Onion powder. It smells so good. Why does onion powder just smell so delicious? I'm going to go ahead and do the garlic powder. Oh yeah, this one is hard to open, so let me just twist, twist, twist until I find the end. There we go. Now we're just going to pour it in. There we go. Close that up. We'll go ahead and do the sugar. Yes, it has sugar in it, which is odd to me. And this little sugar container is one that I use for coffee, or I used to, but now I use it for more like this kind of stuff, what I just did. Black pepper. Oh, I want to put more than what it says. But I won't. I'll be good. I'll do what it says. I'll be good. Now I'm going to put the smoked paprika in because I skipped it. And the reason why I skipped it is because it's one of those things that's going to just take over the spoon. Oh, it didn't. Oh, hello. Okay. This is Spanish smoked paprika, just in case you wanted to know. Now I'm just going to mix this all together. Let me make sure I got everything. I've got the bouillon powder, the onion flakes, or minced onion flakes, the parsley, the onion powder. How many teaspoons of onion powder did I put in there? 1 or 2? I think I only put 1, didn't I? I don't know. Did I only put... I'm going to put another one. If it's too much, okay. I think I only put 1. Watch me whenever I'm editing slap myself in the face. I mean, I really won't slap myself in the face. I mean, it's onions flavored. It's okay to have a little extra, right? It's okay. We won't worry about it. Anywho. Where was I going? I was going this way. Onion powder, smoked paprika, garlic powder, sugar, and black pepper. You just mix it all together. That's all you do. And I was going to try to put it in that little jar. Now I'm not so sure about that. And it says 2 tablespoons of this is about the size of 1 package of it. If you want to make like beefy onion soup, or beefy dip, or the beefy onion dip. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. But there we go. Make your own at home. It was fast and easy. Let's see how much I can fit in here. Probably not enough, because I'm only going to need 2 tablespoons of it. Yeah, this little thing is not big enough. I should have known better. Do I have another big one? I'll have to get Noah to come help me. I'll have to wash this. That's alright though. I just mixed it a little bit more, that's all. Alright, let me get all this out of the way. And I'm gonna grab... Okay, this is drying. I want that. I'm gonna move. Let me see what I need to move. Oh, sorry, it didn't start you back. Now I'm gonna, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move all the things that I don't need. So I will be right back. Okay, so Noah got me a jar. It's a little mason jar. And it's still not probably gonna be big enough, but we'll see. And if it's not big enough, I'll put it in this one and the other one. But I've got to look at something real quick before I go any further. It's not big enough. I'm not going to need this for this part. This can be stored just like anywhere. I'm going to put a label on it. What am I looking for? I need a bowl to make the mix in. Let me just go back in here again. That looks like a good one. It's probably too big, but we're not going to fret over that. I'm going to go ahead and put what I need in this. I think that's what I'm supposed to put it. Let me make sure. Yes, that is going to go in there. So that is supposed to make 1 package. So that's what we're going to do. And instead of using that, I'm just going to put it in the other one. What's left. I'm going to put this to the side. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. But I really wasn't expecting it to be as much because I didn't read it right. That's what I get for not reading things properly. I should have left the other in this the first time. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing, can you? Sorry. I probably could just use this bowl. Why in the world did I get another one? Okay, whatever. We're just not going to fret, okay? We're fine. You know, it's a good thing I had this one too. Alright, I will mark those, label them, and we'll have it for later. Who knows what I can make with that? That'll be fantastic for who knows what. I'm going to sit them there for now and go on with the rest of my things that I need to do. Alright, so in this wonderful bowl that I love, I'm going to mix the meat. I'm going to put in here, I actually shouldn't be doing this part yet. What I should be doing right now is the potatoes, but I'll do that in a minute. I'm going to put this meat in here, which is probably too much, but it'll be alright. Supposed to be 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Y'all, I didn't even tell you, this is one of those meals that one of you asked me to do. This is the one that Mary Reed Cruz asked me to do, and it comes from a Gooseberry Patch book. There is also online, so I will be linking it. She had sent me a picture of it, then I found it online from the Gooseberry Patch, so I can send you the actual link. So, the meat, and I've got to get it up. One of these. I'm going to use this bowl. It won't make a difference. I'm not going to mess up something else for it. And look at that. I got a shell in it. That is why I do this. Because that was in it. Now my battery's dying. Wonderful. I'm going to whisk that up and put it in there. After I wash my hands. Man, I'm all over the place. I also have my oven preheated. Whisk that up a little bit with a spoon. How do you whisk with a spoon? This way. This is how. So, I'm going to put this in there. And I'm just going to let it sit to the side. Well, not yet. I'm not going to let it sit to the side yet. I got to put the breadcrumbs. Wow. Okay. How much breadcrumbs do I need? I need, okay, a cup. Regular breadcrumbs. What really got me about this recipe is there's no seasoning in this. So, I'm not going to torture y'all with me mixing this together, but I'm going to mix this all together, and then I'm going to go grab my potatoes and peel them, and I'll slice them with y'all, but I'm not going to peel them with y'all. So I'll be back after I get this mixed, and I'll show y'all what else I got to do. Y'all, I promise I read this recipe, but for some reason I'm not doing so well. Alright, now it does not say to spray the pan or anything like that, but I'm going to butter it anyway, just to make sure. I mean, I got all these. Why not? I just don't want to take a chance of these potatoes sticking, because that's the first thing you're going to put in. Which I know that there's going to be oil or whatever from the fat from the hamburger, but I'm going to put a little bit. Yes, I know. I'm changing the recipe. But that little bit from that wrapper is not going to make that much of a difference. I hope. If it does, okay. Something I have noticed, there's no salt in this recipe, is there? Was there any salt in that onion soup mix? I mean, there's some in the... Oh, the bouillon has salt. Never mind, forget it. The mushroom soup has salt too. But I was going to say that's all we're going to get. But that's okay. Okay, I got it figured out now. It's alright. I promise I read it. Okay, so I'm going to peel, or already peeled them. Okay, I'm going to slice these, and I'm going to arrange them in that pan. And I'm thinking that they're wanting me to slice it kind of like scallop potatoes or something would be. That's my thought. And I do actually, it calls for 4 potatoes, but I have 5 because one of them was, it said 4, what size? Oh, it just says 4 potatoes. I thought it said 4 medium potatoes. Oh well, it's alright. I'm messing up. Not really, it's not messing up. I'm making my own rules, right? But it says 4 potatoes, but I thought it said 4 medium potatoes, and I was thinking that one of mine was not quite medium. But that's alright. It'll be fine. I'm going to arrange them in the pan, and if I need to overlap or if I need to do anything like that, that's fine too. It's meat and taters. I'm going to cook something else with it, but I don't know what yet. I haven't decided. My forehead started itching now. What in the world? You get in there. Because I know that that right there is not going to be enough. And that's not even, that's the 2 smallest potatoes that I put in there so far. Oh, it does say lightly greased, so I didn't break any rules. I'm okay. I did lightly grease it then. My thing is, am I supposed to stack them? Am I supposed to put multiple layers? Because how else am I going to have them in here? Even if it was just, I mean, that would be like 2 potatoes there. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. Probably wasn't anything. Who knows? I don't know. It's fine. Now this is a home cook's recipe. So, can you get off my knife, please? I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one up so I don't have to keep chopping and stopping. Chopping and stopping. Alright, there's that. I will have to cut up the onion, but that'll be in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to put this on. And yes, I'm layering it. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. We're going to do it and hope that it's okay. We won't know a difference, right? I mean, we might find that it's soggy or gross or something. I don't think it will be, though. I think it'll be really tasty because it's potatoes. Potatoes, onion, and meat. I mean, where can you go wrong? I mean, lots of ways, but we're not going to tell anybody that. Alright, so now I've got those down. I've already done. Oh, I've got to do the onion in the meat. I'm glad I didn't just throw the onion in the thing like I started to. I was wondering why this was supposed to be chopped and not sliced. What in the world? These are supposed to be like yellow onions, but they look more like white onions. And it does call for 1 onion, but I didn't think that was enough. They're so little. And we love onion. So now I gotta put my hands in that cold meat again, y'all. Oh, I was trying to avoid that. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna put some gloves on after I get this chopped. That way I can just take the gloves off and go on about my business. Get yourself back in there. This kind of, I mean, it's not what Mr. Tom made, but it kind of reminds me of a recipe. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the pan, in the bowl, whatever that is, these onions. But I made one of Mr. Tom's recipes that had potatoes, and I want to say ground beef. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look at that video that I did, or his one. But I did it sometime last year, I want to say. Could have been the year before now. I don't know anymore. Alright. Get this out of the way. I've been hand washing everything that I've dirtied. I'm just going to use, I'm not going to worry about doing the other. I'm just going to do this. So I had already mixed it, but then I got to mix it again, but that's alright. This is more like a meatloaf or something, kind of. Do I have too much onion? There is a possibility. No, never. That's what Jeff would say. It's a good thing we all love onion. Alright, so what I'm supposed to do is make 6 patties out of this. So I'm going to kind of separate them a little bit in the thing. These are going to be ginormous. This is going to be way bigger than it should be. Yep, You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to make 6, and then whatever's left, I'm going to freeze, I think. Because that's going to be too much. That's huge. If I split that in, like, that is ginormous. That's way bigger than it needs to be. I'm going to take that one back and redo it. So that means the ratio for egg and meat is not correct in this. Because that is way too big. That's just too much. Or I'm going to go ahead and cook them up. I'm not going to freeze them. I'm going to go ahead and cook them up in a pan by themselves, I think. There's no way I'd get all that meat in this pan. No way. So I had too much. Because this is the size pan it calls for, 9 by 13. And I'm just supposed to put them on top of the potatoes. Then all that yumminess from the things I'm putting on top will just drip down into the potatoes. Still too big. I know what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I think. I don't know if I should. I thought about making like a little meatloaf and go ahead and cooking it too. I'll just go ahead and get another small pan and make them just like this instead of the other way. It's kind of like a meatloaf, isn't it? Hello? pinched a little bit off this one. I'll add a little onion for the meat I took. Alright. I think about pinching a little bit off this one again, because it's so big compared to the rest. Well, now it's not. Now it's about the same. Alright, so that's 9, no, 6, 9, yeah, 9. I can count. Alright. I'm going to let these sit over to the side for now till I get a pan. But I got to wash my hands before I can do that. I'll just take those and cook them on top of the stove. But let me get me a pan and stuff to do that with. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry for all the start and stop and stop and start and all that stuff, but I feel like I'm a little bit confused. I just got too much meat out, so now I'm kind of like, oh, is this going to be the right ratio? Because that's too much, and should I put another egg in? Should I remix it? Should I do it with more breadcrumbs? I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I'm going to let it be like it is. It feels fine, so we're just going to let it go. And we're not going to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and mix the rest of the thing, which is the beefy onion soup mix and a can of cream of mushroom. Get all I can out of there, because these silicone spatulas do that for you. Alright, and I'm supposed to mix this together, and then I pour it over. Is that all I'm supposed to put? Dry soup mix and the soup. Okay, the two soups. And then I pour it over that. And do I cover it? No, it does not say to cover it. So pour over patties and potatoes, bake at 350 for an hour and a half. Serve 6. There's not 6 here, but we do leftovers on purpose, as you know. Alright. I'm going to move this over here. I do have that heating up. I'm going to kind of do it like this, just a little bit. So I make sure I get a little bit on every one, and then I'll squish it around. You like my technical terms? Squish. Alright. So move that around a little bit. I want everything to get some. I'm covering it up so y'all can't even see it. I am not good at YouTubers today. YouTubing, whatever it is. Nah, I'm not saying I'm bad. I think I'm just a little confused. How am I supposed to get this over all the potatoes? I guess it's just gonna ooze in there. But the reason why I'm making this is to let Mary know how we like it, because I said I would. And at the time whenever she asked, or at the time whenever I asked about it, I couldn't go shopping. But if I had actually looked into it a little bit more, I could have made this back then. But I didn't know that I could make my own soup mix. I was like, oh, I don't have that. I can't make it. And then I looked into it a little bit further and found, oh, wait, yeah, I can. I can make my own soup mix. Hopefully this will just ooze down in. Maybe it'll mix everywhere. It doesn't seem like enough. But you know, sometimes recipes they don't seem like there's enough of something and it turns out great. I really want to cover it up, but I also want to follow the instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of watch it and I will, I'll tint it if I think it needs it later on. But I don't want it to dry out. I don't want it to burn. I don't want it to, you know, anything bad to happen. So let's put it in the oven to stop talking about it. Put it in the oven. Oh, that's loud. Okay, so I've got this heating up, and I'm gonna put some of this Danos in here because I don't know why. I'm gonna just put that over the meat. This will be for another meal or something. Maybe I'll just put them in the freezer as burgers or something other. I don't know. Maybe Jeff can take them to work this week. Or Noah can have them for lunch. Maybe Noah can have it for lunch on the day I have the baby. Because I'll have Julie bereaved one day this week. I don't know. Did I say Noah could take them for lunch? Noah can have them for lunch? I don't know what I said anymore. But I have to clean up my mess, and I'll be back. Okay, so first side, I just opened a couple of cans of corn, and I just drained one of them and left the liquid in the one. Put a little bit of butter and black pepper in it and heated that up. And this is what this looks like. About 30 minutes in, I did just put some foil on top because it was looking really dry. And Noah and I, why can't I talk? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, Noah and I decided it would be best to put some foil on top. So we did that, and probably about 15 minutes before it was done, I took the foil off, and I did cook it for the complete hour and 30 minutes. And we're going to try it. Jeffrey, are you going to try it on camera since it's a new recipe? Okay. So, can you grab my tripod? Well, I can't talk anymore, so we're going to eat. Maybe it's brain problems because I need to eat. I don't know, but it does smell good, and Jeff said it looked real good, so here we go. Okay, so he's going to try it, I think. You going to try tater first? What was that?
It's different. But it ain't written.
It kind of smells like something I've had before, but I don't know what. I'm going to taste it too while you're tasting it. Potatoes are good.
I think I'd add a little bit more pepper to it.
Yeah, it didn't have much pepper, but the only pepper, well, you can have pepper if you want it. The pepper was only, the only pepper there was what was in the soup mix. Very tender. Yep. That's good. Okay, so I will come back. You can go ahead and do that. I will come back and tell you what Noah thought whenever we're done eating and everything, and our full thoughts. Okay, so I have the cake here, and I don't have that turned down far enough y'all can see what I'm doing. Anyway, I have the cake, and I'm gonna cut a piece, and Jeff and I are gonna try some, and Noah's gonna try it, but Noah's not gonna be on camera. Did you see it, Noah, after it was done? It looks so nice. And the pictures, I looked back on the website, it didn't have icing on the edge, but from the middle, it was like oozing out. That's what I thought it was, but it didn't. So, Noah, how big of a piece do you want? Very tiny?
Not very tiny, but not extra large.
Not extra large. I don't know what size you want. So I'm just gonna give you this much. If it's too much, I don't know. I guess you have to put it up and eat it later. It's got pecans inside. And that's what it looks like. It's not focusing. There it goes. That's what it looks like. You can see the carrots inside. It smells delicious. It's real good. That's his fork. I'll cut us a piece. Now, I have never had carrot cake before that I can remember. No, you're the only one that's ever had it, that liked it. You'll have to tell me if it tastes good or not. Does it taste like carrot cake you remember? So it's good. Really close. This one or this one?
Where's this one or this one?
That fork or this fork? They're the same exact kind of forks. How am I gonna record you without recording Noah? I don't have my head.
You just do it.
Okay, I'll be the one just recorded this time. We'll try it. I don't know what part I want. What are you doing? They can't see what you're doing.
Got me some cake.
I don't taste the carrot. Do you taste the carrot?
Well, it's not supposed to taste like carrot.
I know. What you think, Jeffrey? Do what? You didn't ever like carrot cake though, did you? I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but I think it tastes good. He said it's high. So, Noah liked it though. And that's the reason why I make it. So, since you don't love that, what kind of treat do you want me to make for you for this week? Or do you want me to make anything for you? We will have to decide. I'll be back to tell y'all about it after I eat my cake, I guess. Okay, so about the, why do I keep wanting to call it stroganoff? It's not stroganoff. The, okay, what is it called?
Salisbury.
Salisbury steak and potatoes. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I thought I was gonna hate it. I did not think I was gonna like it one little bit. When I read the recipe, I thought, oh, this might be good. When I was putting it together, I just did not think I was gonna like it. But it is good, and we're gonna have it again. I liked it. All three of us liked it. They liked it so much that each had 2 with the potatoes, and the only leftovers are the ones for Jeff to have for work tonight. And if they had decided to eat that one, I guess he'd have to eat those other 3 things that are in the refrigerator. There's always something around here. But anyway, that was good. I say make the recipe. And I'm very grateful to Mary for sending that to me. And I think she should try it too and let me know if she liked it. Or, you know, what she thought. What?
Yeah, she sent you a recipe, she ain't tried.
Well, here's the situation. February, I asked everybody I told them if they had a recipe that they wanted me to try to be the guinea pig, that they could send it to me, and if it was something that y'all agreed to, then I would make it. That's how I got the peanut butter bread recipe. Val sent it to me. Now Val's tried it and they like it. So far, I think they're the only two that sent me any. So if y'all have any recipes that y'all want us to try to be the guinea pigs, now that doesn't mean you're gonna like it, but at least you'll know our opinion. But that is definitely, just like the peanut butter bread recipe, it's definitely a keeper. We will be making that again because it was good. Jeff said it did need more pepper, but y'all know that he loves pepper. He adds pepper to everything just about, so I expected that. Noah and I did not add any pepper to ours, and I liked it a lot. I can't believe I liked it. I really am surprised that I did. The carrot cake, Noah said it was very good. Jeff does not really like carrot cake, but he said that was okay, so I guess it was a pretty good recipe. I liked it, but I've never had carrot cake before. I don't know how it's supposed to taste. It did seem a little bit dry, but I'm wondering if I just cooked it a little bit too long is why. But even with the little bit of dryness, it was very good. And you know, that was supposed to be a moist carrot cake, so I don't know. Maybe I cooked it a little too long. But the icing was really good. But that was a good recipe too. And so I guess all three recipes that I tried today were winners. So if y'all have a recipe that y'all want me to try or want us to try, if it's something that they agree to, I'll do it.
Have we ever disagreed even?
There's been things you didn't want. I'm trying to think. There's things that you don't eat. You don't eat cauliflower, except that pizza crust we tried before. But I didn't make it homemade. It was a store-bought one. She wants out. But anyway, I think that all of the cooking excursions or whatever it was today was very successful. And of course, Allie walks outside and she starts barking. So the kitchen is, oh, actually Noah did the dishes, and all we had to do was just throw the dishes in the dishwasher from supper, and we didn't have any dirty except what was on the table and what we used for the cake. So, and I've got to wash the iron skillet. That's the only thing I have to wash tonight because Noah emptied the dishwasher for us. So, that being said, I'm going to go so I can edit this video. It may be pretty long. I don't know yet. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed spending time in my kitchen today because that's the only place I seem to have been. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, go ahead and do all the YouTube things. If you didn't like it, do them anyway. You might like something to do later. Who knows? You might like some crazy recipe that I find. Because I'm always looking for new recipes. I'm always trying new recipes. And I probably have enough to cook something different almost every day of the year. And never have the same thing twice when it comes to meals. Like, you know, a dinner. I don't know. I'm not sure about that situation, but I have a lot of different recipes that we like. Some that they like that I don't like, but that's okay too. But I'm always looking for new ones because it's fun. It's fun to experiment in the kitchen. So, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.